slump.
Here, let's go over here. I like this better because
No, it was highway robbery.
1 second.
I
Here we
couldn't
go.
believe my eyes. Nick texted me. I was on the phone. I get off of it. Nick texted me like,
I texted
"Oh my
you.
God, D'Lo to the Lakers. Russ got traded." Like,
All right.
really? No
So
way.
here we are. This is good. How does this look on the screen? There we go. So D'Angelo Russell returns to Los Angeles. Malik Beasley becomes the first father-son duo since LeBron James and Delonte West with Scottie Pippen Jr. Also, is Malik Beasley and Scottie Pippen Jr. Eskimo brothers? I know
I believe definitely.
Scottie Pippen and Malik Beasley are Eskimo brothers, but Scottie
Oh, yeah.
Pippen Jr. because
Oh.
he came from inside his mother, and Malik
Oh.
Beasley's been inside his mother. They're technically Eskimo brothers, right?
No, I don't know.
No,
No.
I mean at least Malik Beasley could say this: "I'm your dad." To Scottie Pippen Jr.
Malik Beasley.
Say hi to daddy. Say hi to daddy.
It is very awkward and uncomfortable.
What if
Beasley.
Larsa Pippen is in the crowd and Malik Beasley's playing and Scotty's playing and Larsa waves at her son, but Malik Beasley walks by and he waves in front of Scotty.
Okay, so yeah, you're playing with Legault, you're playing with the leading scorer, so maybe if this was like a Nick Young, D'Lo sit.
Do you think Scottie Pippen, when he saw Malik Beasley get traded to the team, he texted his dad?
Yeah, I don't know how close they are, but I would definitely text somebody to be like, dude,
the guy who fucked my mom is now my teammate.
I want to shoot myself right now. What do I do? Somebody please give me.
Okay, but on a real note, let's react to this trade as many jokes aside about the first father-son duo, Malik Beasley and Scottie Pippen Jr. since LeBron James and Delonte West, which is just fantastic. Who would have thought that LeBron James would have another Delonte West situation arise on his team?
I don't think fantastic are the words I'm looking for, but I'm more looking at
that's comedic gold. You cannot write that. You cannot write Scottie Pippen become Malik Beasley's teammate. You can't write that. That's comedic gold right there.
This guy Good Jr.'s teammate. Hey, what's up, Swaggy? I don't care about Malik Beasley and Larsa Pippen and Scottie Pippen Jr.
What up, Swaggy? Thanks. Yeah, we're at 31, Swaggy. Get it right. Hit that like and subscribe button if you guys are enjoying. But let's talk about it. Initial thoughts. Who won the Lakers, Timberwolves, Jazz trade? I think first off, I think the Lakers and the Timberwolves are the two biggest winners of the deal. The Jazz, some people are going to be like they didn't win because they're buying out Russell Westbrook. Well, the Jazz whole mission was just to get draft picks. They got draft picks. So in their eyes, they set out to accomplish one thing, and it was to get draft picks for the players, and that's what happened. So the Jazz won the trade in their eyes, and I agree with them. But the Timberwolves, they got Conley, who knows how to play with Gobert. He's a better defender and arguably a better facilitator than Russell. That it works better for them in Minnesota, and plus more financial flexibility and extension. We'll talk like that. But Russell, let's talk about this right here. You got a defender in Jarred Vanderbilt. Malik Beasley's good. Like in the last 3 days, you've turned Russell Westbrook and how many players is it now that they brought him? D'Lo, Malik Beasley, Jarred Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura. And that's the 4 players, right? Nobody else, right?
Yeah.
And then potentially Terrence Ross. Thank you to everyone watching. We're at 37 right now.
I don't like that trade at all, Eric.
What? The Rui?
Young and Achua for Mo Bamba.
Thad Young and Achua for Mo Bamba.
Really good. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. But let's get right into it. Let me hear your thoughts. This is an A+. I agree. I agree
with maybe the Lakers and Wolves are A+, and the Jazz is an A, and probably in a couple of years will be an A+. The bottom line is none of those 3 players, or none of the players they gave up, have any future on Utah, unfortunately. So that's just the way it is. Mike Conley on the Wolves, I agree with you fully. I think he fits so much better than D'Angelo Russell. he's a great passer. Mike Conley, like in general, as far as OG point guards go, is one of the most underrated you can think of. And the Lakers, this is a great move, but the KD trade is unbelievable. I think a lot of these teams are thinking right now, let's give it our all this year, but we got to reload and we got to get ready to go the year after that because, it's no like the West is still completely wide open, but like the West is insane now. I mean, it's night and day, dude. It's absolutely loaded. So I actually think today's still going to be a crazy day. Maybe we're not going to get Kevin Durant trades, but it's insane.
I think the deals we'll see is Bones Highland, OG Anunoby, and a few others. We'll get into the speculation, but right here, first glance, people who didn't like this trade are going to be like, D'Angelo Russell is having a bad year for the Timberwolves. I'll first off tell you this. As someone who's a Timberwolves fan, it's actually hasn't been as brutal as people will say.
Especially
okay.
Recently.
First off, it has been brutal at times, but at first glance, you're like, he's averaging 18.6 assists. His turnovers are under 3 a game, and he's having his most efficient shooting season in his career with his first foray into 60% true shooting or better. But on the court, the Wolves have been a losing team with him and a winning team without him. They've been outscored by 1.3 points per 100 possession when he plays, and they outscore opponents by 4.1 points per 100 possessions when he's sitting. That's a huge swing. And their offense didn't change whether he was on or off the floor, and their defense was much worse when he played. And I don't think that's really D'Angelo Russell's, fault. I think, going to the Lakers, what happens? They don't necessarily need him to be the primary point guard with LeBron James on the floor. He really needs to be the primary point guard when it's him and the second unit. But like even then, they have enough guys that he doesn't have to do all the creating. But even in Minnesota, he wasn't the primary point guard. The Wolves ran their offense through a bunch of different guys. Russell's role would be to run the offense when James isn't on the floor and to knock down shots whenever the defense swarms LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Simple enough. We're not asking you for anything else. Keep the ball moving, hit your 3-point shots, and play enough defense that you can be on the floor during the fourth quarter and in the playoffs.
Yeah. So
you forgot there's also Pat Bev still here. Pat Bev is still
here. Dennis Schroeder. So it just eases a huge burden off of LeBron and Anthony Davis. And, don't forget about TB31. This is just
shout out all 42 people watching. Hit that like and subscribe button.
I cannot believe that. Shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers, whether people like it or not. I know the Lakers LeBron definitely aren't the biggest fan favorites out there at times, but they just flipped Russell Westbrook and 1 first-round pick for those 3. I'm going to consider that as a huge success.
No, I agree. It is a huge success. It's a revelation what they were able to get for here, and I think this is incredible because Russell just has to not give up as many points as he's helping produce, and Darvin Ham was able to find a way to lessen the negative impact of Russell Westbrook by putting him at the 6-man role. So I think D'Angelo Russell won't be as hard as fitting a square peg in a round hole. So we just need Russell defensively just, to be all right. And we know that he's had a partnership with Pat Bev before, and it was successful enough combination last season. The thing is Vanderbilt is exactly the defensive role player that the Lakers needed. He's helped pull the defense together for the Wolves last season and for the Jazz this year. And he's pretty much the second best offensive rebounder in the league, not named Steven Adams. And he's also added a 3-point shot and became a better passer and ball handler. He can play the 4 or the 5 if you want to go big or small ball. And he doesn't try to do too much with the ball. He keeps it moving, knows his role. Then you got Malik Beasley, who hasn't shot the ball well for his standards this season, but he's going to be shooting 10 threes a night, and he's going to let him rain. And, Beasley can start or come off the bench, and you got Troy Brown Jr. and Austin Reeves who can also come in there off the bench with, Beasley, or I think, Beasley and Vanderbilt are going to play better. And Russell, I don't think he's going to be a flop. I think he's going to be a guy who constitutes a significant upgrade at the position for them. Now that Russell's not going to have to play 30 minutes a night. You got Pat Bev and Dennis Schroeder, like you said, being able to be rotated in there. Thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Swaggy, you're not wrong. Colin Sexton is a big winner in this trade because Colin Sexton is going to get the opportunity to take a bunch of shots. So,
as he did last night.
do we want to pivot to another one?
Yeah.
All righty. We got over here. We talked about